More and more high net worth individuals are pawning their assets to borrow money. We are back on the road with online pawnbroker Borro.com and its CEO Paul Aitken. Paul, great to have you in the cab.
Thank you.
Why do high net worth individuals, rich people, need to borrow money?
Well, I think there's a mixture of reasons, but they fall into two categories. One is they want to realise a business opportunity, or secondly, it's distress. And distress for these types of people typically means a tax bill or something like that. But a lot of the people come to us because they want liquidity to realise a business opportunity.
Yeah. And tell me quickly how this works. So you want to borrow £1,000, say. Yeah. I mean, okay, these guys borrow a little bit more, but you want to borrow 1,000. You have a £2,000 watch. Yeah. You get the watch. Yeah. You give them the money. Yeah. They pay 5-6% a month?
No, with us it's will be 5% a month maximum.
Okay.
But our customers on average are borrowing £5,000, so that would be 5%. Yep. But if they're borrowing £100,000, it's 3%.
Okay, but APR annual basis, you're looking at about 70 to 80%.
Yeah, on average it's a bit lower than that, but it's
okay.
more around 50%. But it's high.
It's high.
I agree.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's high compared to the banks.
Yeah.
But that's the other important part here. What the state of the banking system in this country right now, and what they're willing and not willing to do. What does the success of your business say about the state of the economy?
Well, I think that clearly, in terms of launching our business, it couldn't have come at a better time in terms of the state of the economy. But the reality of it is that this type of lending has been on a boom for the last 30, 40 years. If I look at an alternative people have when they're wanting liquidity, it is to sell an asset. Through auction houses and auction sites, is pretty consistent over the last 10 or 15 years. And I think just, frankly, times like this just give opportunities for new alternative forms of financing. There are a number of other companies out there doing different things that are alternative, but they'll become mainstream, and we're becoming mainstream.
And I imagine business is going well in this environment. What kind of a revenue and profit are you making now?
Well, no, this year our revenues will be just a shade short of £10 million.
Okay, and what kind of profit do you make on that?
Well, we can't disclose that. We're a young, growing business, and we've just opened in the States, so we're venture funded. So.
10 million UK and the US?
That's including the US.
And how much of that is the UK and how much is the US?
It'll be 90% UK. 10% US, but we expect that mix over the next 2 years to really kind of become more dominant from the US.
Do men borrow more than women?
By value, yes, but in terms of the volume of loans we do, it's actually slightly skewed towards women, but they're typically lower average loan value.
And what kind of things are people pawning?
Well, it's a mixture. I mean, about 35% of our loan book is on diamond jewellery and gold jewellery, a lot of Asian gold. We've got about 20-25% on watches, and the balance is a mix between fine arts and classic and prestige cars.
I mean, what do you think, Paul? Is pawning your stuff a sensible way to borrow money? Would you tell your kids to do this?
Well, I think that it depends what you're using it for. And I think what we need to understand about our customers, and we don't actually call it pawning, by the way, we call it personal asset finance, but people can refer to whichever way.
Because pawning has a stigma attached to it.
And that's the reason. Most people who come to us don't think they're going to a pawnbroker. They think they're just using bridging finance.
Yeah.
It's just they're not using property. But I think that the reality of it is, if you have an opportunity you want to realise, and you can make more money than it's going to cost you with us, why wouldn't you do it? And we have a lot of people in those types of situations. And clearly, if you're like a small business owner, you've got a tax bill, and the reason why you don't have liquidity to pay your tax bill is because, for whatever reason, your money's tied up in stock or working capital, then again, it's pretty sensible.
And provided, and by the way, we're
short term.
Yeah, short term, and provided the banks won't lend you the money, right? Because for a savvy business person would go to a bank first, right?
Well, of course they would, if they want to go through the process that the banks push you through. Yeah. Because frankly, we don't ask all those questions. We can give you money the same day. And yesterday we did a loan for £78,000. Yeah. How often? Where can you go and get money like that same day?
All right, we've had green lights all the way around. I can see Reuters now. So, about a couple more things. Longer term, your business is based, or the success of your business is based on a poor economy, on a recession, on businesses and individuals that are not doing so well. Do you worry about when things get better?
No, and I think that it's fair to say it's a good time to launch the business. But I've got absolute faith, because of the repeat customer patterns that we see, that this is going to become a mainstream option for many of our clients.
Do
I do not at all. I don't worry at all.
Do your backers, your investors, not raise this as an issue and say, look, Paul, 5 years down the road when things are better, why are these people going to be coming to you to borrow money?
Well, we survey our customers, and actually what we find from our customers is that they like the ease, the convenience. That ease and convenience is never going to be there with mainstream lenders, whatever market conditions. We don't delve into people's credit history. We don't have to look at their balance sheet in effect. So we're not asking the questions that people don't like to answer. So they like that convenience, they like the fact it's simple, they like there's no credit risk to them, and they like the fact we're not delving deep into the details of their background.
All right, Paul, we've cheated a bit because you've had a bit of extra time. That was Paul Aitken, CEO of Borro.com. This was Reuters on the Road. I'm Axel Threlfall.